Welcome to the first episode of our podcast, The Moon Crew. This is Andrew Slacks.
What's up?
And this is Marcus.
I got marcusnicholas with me.
And today we're going to talk about YouTube drama. So what do you guys know about that right now? Like the state of YouTube and it's diss track season right now.
Yeah, I know it's diss track season, but I don't know any of the drama. I stay off social media.
Marcus?
I don't know.
You tell us, Vanessa.
Alright, cool. Well, do we want to start with the Deji versus Randolph beef? Do you want to start with that, or do you want to start with the Crypt versus Randolph, or do we want to start with KSI versus Quedeca, or do we want to do the Keemstar?
I think it depends on are we doing the facts or the
We're just talking about it.
Alright, well,
Opinions, facts, doesn't matter. We're just talking about it.
I want to do the quick one.
So you want to talk about Crypt? So basically, what happened with that is Randolph was on a podcast. That's KSI's cameraman. They were on a podcast with KSI and another one of the sidemen. I forget his name. My apologies, internet. I'll learn his name eventually. And basically, Randolph listed off his favorite rappers, and KSI, saying that he's the best YouTube rapper and all that. And Randolph, JJ's cameraman, so that's KSI, listed off some rappers, and Crypt wasn't one of them. Well, apparently Crypt got his panties in a bunch and decided to...
Sorry, y'all, for the candy canes in the background. If y'all could hear that.
Thank you for that. He listed off a bunch of rappers, and Crypt wasn't in that list, and he got his panties in a bunch, and so he came out with a quote warning track, basically, showing off his skill. And there's not really any hardcore layers to this beef. Randolph had already said in a previous video.
No, I don't get.
What?
It's the fact that people want to give warnings out to people, and if they think they're all that, then why don't you just do it on one track? Just throw it out there. Just do it all extent. If you really think you all that, blow it all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna give people a fair warning? Just do your shit.
Exactly.
You aren't afraid of people. Why don't you just?
It's like a warning. What is that? Who does that? Do your shit. Come on, let's see what you're really about.
Yeah. Honestly, there's no bad blood. Randolph already said, you know what I mean? There's no, beef there. But Randolph did respond to Crypt's diss track with a diss track today called a victory speech, and it's a Deji diss track. That's the beef that Deji, KSI's little brother, the Walmart KSI, they got into it. We'll get about that beef here soon. And in the victory speech track that Randolph did, he responds to Crypt, and it's not a full track for Crypt, but it's, basically saying, I don't care how fast you can rap. It's, it's not always about how fast you can rap. It's not, you know what I mean?
It's not about how fast you can rap, but the facts that you spit.
Exactly. And he basically is like, yeah, I'm going to be the better rapper. I'm going to say I'm the better rapper. This is a competition. And you know what I mean?
But
in Randolph's opinion, Randolph is the better rapper. In Crypt's opinion, he's right at the level of all the YouTube rappers. And I will admit, Crypt spits some fire bars, and it's really fast. If I could play some right now, I would, but YouTube copyright and all, so I won't, but I will put the song in the description. So, there's that beef.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think of that?
I think it's petty.
Also, all of our Instagrams, link below.
Yeah. Do you guys what do you think it's fake? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's just for views? Like,
I think it's.
Well, I know there was a theory that the Logan Paul brothers, everything, all their beef and stuff was just an act.
well, yeah, but that was
Like there's a theory that it was just fake. They just did it for money, like that Jake Paul thing we did when
I
they
gotta be
got
honest.
kidnapped and they saved that kidnapped girl and they got attacked by the clowns.
no,
That
was
was
fake.
obviously all fake.
Yeah, Jake Paul already admitted that
I
was
gotta
fake.
be honest though. The whole entire YouTube rapper shit like that. It's either people gotta do shit for clout. You gotta get people's attention somehow.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're really just doing it for petty ass shit because it's obviously petty. You know what I'm saying? Because why are you gonna argue about who's the better rapper? You stay at your own state. If you believe that so much, if you really are about that life, then you wouldn't be caring about anybody else's opinion. And it's just
True,
like,
but with the Crypt and Randolph beef, yeah, I think that's a bit petty. But with Deji and Randolph, Deji took some shots at Randolph's wife, and if you have, some respect.
see that's where people cross the line.
Exactly.
You never bring family into it. See,
Exactly.
that's why I'm saying it's about clout because people gotta find a way to stir up shit and start shit up with people by pressing their button. By talking their
Yeah.
shit. And that's what I'm saying. It's about clout. They want attention. Because obviously, I'm saying the first person who started that shit is the first person who wanted attention and needed more and knew that they were probably falling down. But yeah, that's what's up.
Personally, I mean, there's a line, that Deji crossed, and it's horrible. What happened with that? What happened in that is in a video on the Sidemen channel, I believe. Randolph calls Deji's channel dead, and as a joke.
Yeah.
And so Deji responds to Randolph in a video, and talks about his wife and crosses the line. And then,
that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
And I also see that there's also a whole bunch of other rappers nowadays, like girl rappers, female rappers, a whole bunch of other artists. They're calling out babies now. They're calling out kids. They're bringing up family. It's It doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that? They're obviously looking for attention in some way. Because that's how you get the best of people. By pushing their buttons and crossing their line, going that family shit. But yeah.
And so, anyways, Randolph releases a video, diss track on Deji called "MANCHILD." And it's basically you can't, this is disrespectful, da 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 da. And a lyric in there, give me a minute so I can get them up. What do you think about all this? While I'm looking up the lyrics, Marcus, what do you think about all this?
I don't know. A lot of beef. I just feel like people do it for views. But that's what YouTube is about.
True.
Views, money. Those stuff.
But one of the lyrics in it is Deji basically is while you were living in the Sidemen house, you know what I mean, you weren't paying rent, doing this, doing that. One of the lyrics is look, you're right, I've been living at the Sidemen house. I took your room, bitch. They kicked you out because you ain't paying rent. You couldn't find the cash. Let me clear the air and take out the trash. That's one of the lyrics. But Deji got really butthurt. He got really in his feelings about the Randolph calling his channel dead. It was just a joke.
But that's the thing. a lot of people gotta. It's not about that. It's not about like who's a better rapper or anything or what you said or what you did. It's more about like the time and place. You gotta know when you're gonna say it, and like because if that was such a joke and everything, you gotta watch when you're saying it because you might just hit somebody at the lowest point. Where
So
they've had a lot of shit going on.
do you think Randolph was right in that?
I don't
In
think
calling Deji's channel
I'm
dead?
not choosing sides because that's what stirs up more drama, huh? I'm saying what both these people had issues because one of them had the right to just remain shut and just close out. Maybe a couple like weeks from now, then you could say like what you actually feel. If you still feel the same way about the person who approached you in a bad way, then you're gonna speak up about it. You gotta give it time. But that's the thing. People don't. They can't wait. They're not patient with shit. But I don't know. I don't know. That's the shit. I think it's just it doesn't make sense. Like none of it should be happening. Cause honest opinion, it shouldn't be about that. Y'all should be coming together because that's like
I think what really pissed me off about all this, besides Deji calling out Randolph's wife, I think in Deji's diss track Ran, which is a good track. It's one of the best tracks Deji's ever done.
yeah.
It took me a minute to enjoy the track, but it's a really good track. Aside from the Anne Frank line where he says that Randolph ran and went and hid like he's Anne Frank, a literal lyric in it is, yeah, he ran hiding like he's Anne.
That's not cool though.
Exactly.
Anne Frank had some shit going for her too. That's not. Anne Frank.
I know exactly who she is. Yeah,
story though.
I do.
Like, exactly. That's like.
She went and hid from like Nazis or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not cool.
Exactly, and
it's not cool addressing that towards somebody else like that. Like, you can't be belittling someone at all.
Exactly.
But I just think all this, it shouldn't be happening. It's just a whole bunch of clout shit. Y'all should be rapping about what a good life you got. You shouldn't be
exactly. Rap with something with substance. Exactly. All this like mumble rap, like Little Pump, I don't like him. I did a song about Xanax on my channel that's going on the album, and I addressed this in my album. But I basically did that because it was an experiment. I had just dropped a song called The Storm and it got hella dislikes. So I decided to do an experiment. Yeah. I came up with a rap name, Little Lysol, based off of Art Baker's, that goes by Little Clorox. Yeah. I went off of that and did a song called Xannies. Mm-hmm. And it was basically that typical, Little Pump style music. Yeah. And everybody seemed to like that. That video has since gone private on my channel, but the song is going on the album. But I address why I put it on there on the album. Mm-hmm. That is coming soon. Enough self-promotion. Did you hear about do you know about the Quedeca and KSI beef?
No.
So basically, Quedeca, I never heard of this dude until the beef happened, like seriously. And Quedeca, man, if you're hearing this, honestly, the song Insecure, that's the first song I heard from you, dude, and I really like it. So, if you're hearing this, Quedeca, keep on going on. And yeah. But basically what happened is this again went back to the podcast. And
see, this is the shit that pisses me off. I gotta be honest. Having to sit here and like talk about drama and shit when like we already got enough going on. Y'all should be like finding a way, be rapping about like shit that actually is something beneficial, something that somebody could relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like something that could bring people together as one. I know there's a lot of people out here right now that's like
struggle in the winter. Homeless people don't have jackets.
Shit like that, yeah.
Normally homeless people die.
But it's like
in winter.
I don't know.
He's so mad.
Yeah, it's pointless because at the end of the day, they're all gonna keep going at it. It's like
That's
you gotta
unfair.
get up.
Like you get nothing across.
Exactly. You just gotta shake these people's hands and be like, okay, you think you're the best? That's cool. Like those are the people who are smart. The people who seek attention from other people and ask for it are the people who know they don't got nothing because they're beggars. You know.
Exactly.
And that's like I don't know. I think it's pointless.
But like basically what had happened was, again, this went back to the podcast, and if I remember right, they mentioned Quedeca on the podcast, and he got into it. Quedeca did with KSI, and Quedeca dropped the song "Insecure," and he takes shots at Lele Pons. He takes shots at Logan Paul. He takes shots at KSI, obviously, and it's a really good track. He mentioned Sandy, SpongeBob. I recommend re-listening to it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. I like the music. Like I like how like all the music and everything. I've never heard some of it, but I mean, I just hate the beef.
That's what's going on YouTube these days. And then you got Net Nobody, formerly Sky Does Minecraft. I don't know if you ever watched his channel, but he's in this beef with this other dude. What's his name? Hold on. It doesn't matter. She's in this beef with this one dude, and now there's diss tracks going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find his Twitter. Let me find the Twitter account.
If you gonna rap about facts. Don't be rapping about some bullshit.
His Twitter is High Res Humble But Hungry. High Res the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing a diss track on Net Nobody called Nobody. And it drops soon. And it drops Saturday. So as of the time of recording this, it drops tomorrow. As of the time of recording this, by the time this comes out, the video will already be out. But I can't wait for Net Nobody to drop the diss track against him. Because Net Nobody is a really good artist in my opinion. Then you got Net Nobody versus Keemstar, where Keemstar made fun of Christians and stuff like that, and it's basically telling Net Nobody, like, ever since you became enlightened, you basically became a dick, essentially. And so that led to Net Nobody, separating.
Like everywhere, everything people they gotta be addressing some type of shit. They gotta be addressing some type of color. They gotta be addressing some type of sexuality, some type of religion to get to someone's nerve.
Yeah.
Some type of family issue. Like that's where people like. I don't like that. It's like you shouldn't be discriminating, belittling people because of the color of their skin, because of what they say, because of the way they walk, because of the way they talk. Like no, you shouldn't be discriminating nobody. That's just what that gets to me. Because then you be bringing hate to yourself, and then people be tripping about like how. Oh, why is this person talking shit? They hardly know you. You get it coming to you.
Yeah.
Because it's shit, and then they can't. That it's all talk. It's all bark, no bite. That's the shit that kind of like.
Well, with the.
You better, if you're gonna talk your shit, you better expect it to come back and hit you.
What do you think, Marcus? You've been kind of quiet during all this.
Yeah. There's just a lot to process, like all this hate. Like it doesn't need to happen.
Do you think, like...
People don't say they want to start shit. They're like, no, I don't want to start anything. But you're starting something by saying you don't want to start anything.
Exactly. Like with the Randolph and Crypt
Yeah,
beef.
like a warning.
Like the warning shot is, I believe, what the
Yeah.
track is called. For Crypt.
It's like basically saying back off. Step
Yes,
back.
but it's also a diss track. If you listen to it, again, I would play it, but YouTube copyright, so I can't. It's he like takes shots at Randolph, but he also is like, oh, I'm not. This isn't a diss track. I'm just warning you, dude. Back the fuck off. And you gotta pick either or. He should have called it a diss track instead of a warning track, because that's essentially what it was.
That's how the dumb guy. I think it's dumb and petty.
It's a lot of this is petty. I will admit, I've trend hopped, I've cashed in. One of my favorite things about this diss track season is the beat switching. Everybody switches beats like towards the end of their song and switches flows, and I think that's amazing. Quadeca started it in his song Insecure. At least that was my first thing, and then like Randolph followed. The only person I didn't switch a beat, if I remember right, was Crypt. And that's because Crypt didn't really need to. He raps like super fast. He's like Busta Rhymes. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. But he, like Busta Rhymes, raps really, really fast.
Yeah. And I'm not speechless. He's stupid. I just don't think we could be here right now talking about this situation. But it's like it's like I wish I could sit here and talk about this situation and change other people's viewpoint of what they're doing. It's like what we was gonna talk about with Bad Baby and Iggy Azalea.
Oh my god. Why don't we talk about that right now? Like, I don't even understand, like...
Iggy...
First of all, they're on totally different ranks. Like, Bad Baby's down here, Iggy's all the way up there.
She's the Cash Me Outside.
I don't know why Bad Baby trying to start stuff with a person who's been doing this for a living. Like,
exactly.
I don't understand.
But that's the thing.
She's just the Cash Me Outside girl to me.
Exactly. Nobody ever recognized her.
Until she went on Dr. Phil and said some stupid
That's
shit.
the shit that people recognize her for.
Yeah.
Nobody really recognizes her for her music, so she can't really be saying, everybody knows her as a Catch Me Outside girl. You don't ever hear anybody say, oh, the girl that sings Gucci Flip Flops or some shit like that.
Or these hoes.
Yeah, or you know what I'm saying? People are always like, oh, is that the Catch Me Outside girl? And they start making fun of her.
Exactly.
So she get clout because of her music.
The thing is, I don't know if you heard, but she said that if she had to go back and do that Dr. Phil thing again, she said she would do it all differently. But if she did it all differently, she wouldn't be famous right now.
Exactly, she wouldn't be what she is right now.
Apparently she's not even allowed to say the Cash Me Outside, how about that? Apparently she's no longer allowed to say that, like her agent or whatever isn't allowing her.
But Iggy handled it well.
She did. I didn't keep too much up in that.
Yeah, she was just like, she was talking about how it was, she didn't know. She was like, good luck with your career, boo. She's
exactly.
Like, So she knows, and she's like, she basically said, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with the kids. I'm grown.
She's grown. She's better than that. As much as I don't like Iggy Azalea, I will give her props for being the bigger person. Because Danielle Bugoli is just this trash.
See what I mean? That's the shit we need. We
Exactly.
need somebody to step up and change the game, not be playing the same way, because this is how it starts. It's like they bark, then people bite. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how it goes for every rapper, for every hip hop.
Exactly. I dissed Machine Gun Kelly. I dissed Machine Gun Kelly back when the Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly thing went down. I made my song Shady's Bitch because I didn't appreciate the things that Machine Gun Kelly, Richard is his name. I don't really appreciate what he said, and given Eminem didn't need help, that's not what I was doing. I wasn't helping Eminem because Eminem, when he released Kill Shot, Dude, he straight up murdered Machine Gun Kelly. I don't care what anybody's got to say. Eminem totally won that, and I was so grateful when it came out.
Yeah.
But like Eminem and
I'm happy that Eminem got his new album out too.
Kamikaze.
Which one is that?
Kamikaze, yeah.
Yeah,
It was a surprise album, dude. I bought that as soon as
I
Eminem.
love that.
A few minutes before he dropped the album, he went live streaming on Instagram.
He's working with new artists too, and that's just that kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I like Eminem because he.
My goal is to one day work with Marshall.
He speaks facts. He speaks for kids that got bullied. He talks about like his past life. He don't brag about himself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He don't brag about himself. He talk about like shit that will help other people get through. You know. And then he's working with one of my favorite artists, Jessie Reyes. Girl, I've been listening to this girl for so long. The first song I listened to was Figures. I love this girl so much.
Did you just say
Jessie Reyes?
No. Did you say Figures or Six Figures?
Figures.
I was gonna say Six Figures is by Justin Roberts.
No, she's saying Figures, and that shit like that's the first song I listened to by her and everything. And honestly, I love this girl so much. I was sad that she came here, and I didn't get to see her because she came all the way down here.
Yeah.
I couldn't get her tickets and shit. But aside from that, you know, I just think we have to get somebody to step up, change the game, not be playing the same way because that's what goes off and on, and then you be triggering other people, and then other people get involved, and then you hear other people's opinion, and then it's like, oh, so you choose this person's side, and then they start beefing with that person.
Exactly.
And it's just like it goes domino, like it's like the domino effect, and then it all just goes down.
We saw that with what's going on YouTube. The diss tracks back to this all circles back to the beginning of the conversation.
It's like a boomerang.
With friggin' the podcast with KSI and Randolph and the other person, another sideman, and without all that going down, and without Randolph calling Deji's channel dead, and without KSI basically saying he's the best YouTube rapper, I think without all that we wouldn't have diss track season in 2018. Almost 2019, because if you remember, I think it was last year we had the Pauls.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last year, the year before? We had the Pauls, and then we had a few KSI diss tracks, and it wasn't really, diss tracks weren't really a thing, and like they were a thing like either the year before or whatever, but they're coming back again. It's diss track season, and I'm really excited about that.